My name is Nomsa Sindani. I was one of the June 1976 students. As I'm standing here, I'm in Rockville, next to Regina Mondi, where we started our June 1976 meetings before we went on a march to Perfect. What do you mean by a student? Especially more from 1 until 76. So I was one of the 76. So I'll show you where I started my grade, what do you call it? Form 1? We used to call it Form 1 until Form 5. This was my first year class. And the second year, well, we're going to disturb your class. Do you want to come in? You should disturb your class.
No, do not disturb me at all. You're welcome.
This is my son. He's one of the locums in Soweto TV.
Okay,
yeah. Okay.
No, you are very much welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So this was my first year class. I think it was in 71 when I started. In that apartheid era, they changed everything into Afrikaans. And it was like a short notice for us to adjust to Afrikaans. So we felt it's a bit unfair for us because we've been studying in English. All of a sudden we must switch on to Afrikaans because the government wanted us to do that. And we decided we're not going to do it. And we banned some of the Afrikaans books. That's what happened. That my class was the second one from the corner there, and we gathered. Our assembly point was here, and we took out our posters and we went out through the gate. We started the march, the June 1976 march. That was it. Out of that gate, and the students were coming from all directions, north, west, south, and we're going to meet here at our school. And the march started from this main road, and we went straight down towards White City. And we did pass White City. We went to Orlando West. That's where we met with some of the Orlando West students. And that's where we met with the police as well, and they started shooting. Morris Isaacson, this is where we marched through this main road, and unfortunately some of the students were shot by the police here, and we don't know what happened because we couldn't find some of the bodies. And we proceeded with our march and we went straight up until Orlando West High School. That's where we met with other students. And the main reason for us meeting there was to go to the Department of Education in Pretoria for our memorandum. But unfortunately, we couldn't reach there. We came over there and the police stopped us here. They wanted us to disperse. But unfortunately, we resisted and they threw tear gas at us. We still didn't want to move, and they started shooting. Unfortunately, Hector Peterson was the first victim of their shot. And I managed, with my friend that I found in the march, to run away. But unfortunately, I heard her saying, "Oh, my bag," and she was shot. I wasn't aware that she was shot. I wanted to pull her down, but two boys were shouting at the back. They said, "Leave her, they are aiming at you." So I ran for shelter, and fortunately in one of the houses 20 more students were in that house, and the lady was making donuts and she was praying as well for us to be safe, to reach home safely. And we started eating the donuts. Of course, we were hungry. We left home at about 6 a.m. in the morning, and it was almost after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we had to eat something. Well, it was slightly disturbing for me, but in a I had a counseling as well. And now I'm in a healing process, I can say. And recently I became a volunteer in Haiti. And I was previously involved in an accident, and I said to myself, it wasn't as bad as what happened in June 16. My experience was probably, it was God sent for me to be in such a situation. But I thank God for making me strong today. At least I could help in Haiti, and the destruction I saw in Haiti was even worse than the June 1976 one. What we saw in Haiti was slightly disturbing, and seeing people lying in the streets, dead bodies, and seeing a dog eating a human limb, that was the worst thing I could ever experience. And I just told myself that we are very fortunate. We didn't have earthquakes like the people of Haiti. But the best thing that we did as the South African team, we managed to open a primary health clinic under the banner of South Africa. And I'm proud to say I was one of the team members.
1976, we saw the sun, and that was the time when it all began. In 1976, we saw the sun, and that was the year when it all began. You'll remember to keep your history strong, because your future will be bleak if you don't know where you're from. You got to remember to keep your history strong. Your future will be bleak if you don't know where you're from. I was just a young boy. I didn't get the bigger picture. My life was all about funny money, making it richer, an ugly mixture of a cynical mister. Picture the picture, open your ears, let me hit you. About the crazy demon I was facing in the mirror. It was ludicrous. Grandma giving knowledge, but I'm refusing it. Forgetting it now. Wow.
Well, it's good to see a lot of change in Soweto, and in our dreams, we never expected to see Maponya Mall. We used to drive for hours to the town center, an hour or two to the town center just to pay an account. But now things are better now, because we can come to Maponya Mall and get whatever shop we used to get in Sandton. We don't have to go to Sandton, we'll have to support Mzansi, which is Soweto now, Ubuntu in Soweto. I've been to England. We never thought that we'll come into a taxi and not greet people. We greet each other even if you don't know a person. And with the elderly, I can greet an elderly. It doesn't have to be my parent to be respected, in fact. But I'm grateful that I was born in Soweto, and I really appreciate my place. Thank you. And I'm quite happy that the whole world can see that Soweto isn't such a bad place. Yes, there are no-go areas, but we've got our lovely places which we can show off in the world.
This one was written, for all, there's this thing of black people and chicken. So we went up for the chicken song. Since I'm doing comedy, I went all comedy on this one. The song goes, before you fry that chicken, you fry that chicken, you fry that chicken, you must marinate that chicken, marinate that chicken, marinate that chicken. And don't forget to put fillings in the chicken, fillings in the chicken, and fillings in the chicken. You know why? I said KFC, that's my favorite chicken, and Nando's, that's your favorite chicken, and OBC, that's the community's chicken, and Hungry Lion, that's the poor man's chicken. Ustumu, he likes his chicken licking, and Carioca, I kinda like the chicken, but Fernando is some cheap chicken. And Gussie flavor is definitely killing Gussie's flavor, so fry that chicken.